Wine Family Media Group presents a cool podcast where we creatively optimize our longevity. I'm your host, Harry Leon, along with.
Yep, Juan Samir.
And your other host,
And
Tiana Leon.
man, y'all don't lag. I mean, y'all lagging?
Nah,
I'm just
I
messing
don't, I
with
don't think so.
y'all. What's good, everybody?
Was
And today's show is going to be back to the basics. Us as hosts today. Uh, we are more than happy to have you guys for this second season. It's been really good so far, man. We had some really good hosts, our guests so far, and yeah, this show is going to be basically just getting back to the basics, y'all. It's just us three kicking it this week, so it's going to be fun.
what's up? How y'all doing, family? What's going on?
It was good.
Good.
How was the week?
Always
Man, bless.
productive.
Productive? Yeah, it was. Likewise. Got a lot of shit done. I'm telling you, time just be moving so fast, man.
Right? We almost in November. It's crazy.
Right? Yeah, I just feel like this year's already over. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to put things into work for next year, for real.
Right? Every time I
Mm-hmm.
blink my eyes, the bills is due.
Shit, hell yeah. It's like, look at you. I got like all my bills coming out my credit card, so I just look up. One day it might say this, the next day it's like just like damn near low. I'm like, yo, can't win, but at least all your bills is paid. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
all good. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
That's why I said bless, man, because we just are thankful for everything getting done. Everything that we plan to do, and it's just all a blessing, man. Just
That's right.
happy to be living, breathing, and being able to, have the opportunity to do different things every day, man. I think that's what it's about, having the opportunity.
Yeah, most definitely. I
That's
always
right.
go by your favorite quote or our favorite quote, taking things one day at a
Oh
time.
yes, hell yeah,
Definitely.
that's right.
Absolutely.
What
Um,
y'all Nah, go ahead, cuz.
nah, go ahead. What you was about to say?
Now I was gonna say y'all been watching the verses.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Might as well
Which
go ahead and get into that.
what was your which episode did y'all check out?
I seen the one with Ashanti in there, so the Ja Rule versus Fat Joe.
Okay.
And then I seen a little bit of the Big Daddy King versus KRS One. I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What you think?
Well, I think we should just jump into the first one first, cause that one came first. Um, that shit had me rolling the whole time. I was laughing the whole time, cause like yo, they was chewing each other up. Like
What did
it
Ja
was
Rule
good.
and Fat Joe?
Yeah. Like the little small jokes, like Fat Joe
Yeah.
was saying some funny stuff. He was violent. He was like, "You brought
Yeah.
these raggedy girls on stage." Like he was playing, but like I'm like, "Yo, you
Yeah.
wilding." Like I know he was just playing, but like I don't know. It was. I think it was fun. Like I felt like it was real turned up. I think that I like the in person versus like when they in two separate rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the energy is just different, but
Right. Yeah.
that was bringing it. Like Ja Rule wasn't backing down. He was like, "Play this." Like it was
Mm-hmm.
good. What y'all thought about it?
What you
Yeah,
thought?
I thought it was for hip hop, man. I mean,
Yeah.
anytime you could have, two legends go at it, and, they just giving their competitive fires. Yeah, it's good for hip hop. Me
Mm-hmm.
personally, I just thought Ja Rule had more hits
Mm-hmm.
than Fat Joe.
Yeah,
But
man.
don't get me wrong, Fat Joe can't hold his own. He had a lot of bangers throughout his career. I just think that Ja Rule probably had a bit more. And I think, in my opinion, I think that Ja Rule had a reign as far as one of the best rappers for a short period of time. I know that the whole thing between him and 50,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of took him off that plateau where he was at, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely had the game for a little while. So it's just kind of let a lot of the younger people who probably weren't familiar with some of his music. I'm talking about like this newer generation, like the
Yeah.
ones that didn't know his music, kind of
Right.
know like how many bangers he truly had. The
Mm-hmm.
same thing for Joe. I mean, he definitely had a lot of bangers throughout his career too. So it was just good for hip hop, man. I really enjoyed for what I saw of
For
that
sh-
verse.
yeah, for sure. Like if you a fan of hip hop, then you know what I'm saying, it was a great event. I felt like just watching it. And you know what I'm saying? I was like, because I love both of them. I honestly probably like Fat Joe a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like I like his records, but like you really can't deny Ja Rule, man. Like you said, he like him, DMX, Jay Z, like they had that late '90s, early 2000s on lock. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Probably like along with like Nas, of course, but like they was the one really like carrying the torch for like hip hop. So I think it was great, especially for Ja Rule to just for people just to like know like yo, this dude was like he was Drake before Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like he was that guy who had like all like the hit R&B records, you know what I'm saying? And he could spit, you know what I mean? Like he was that guy and just listening to the records, I'm just like, yo, I forgot about this shit. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like I'm like, yo, this was that work, you know what I'm saying? And then
Mm-hmm.
listening to like Fat Joe, I'm like, but Fat Joe got a nice he got a long catalog as well. I just feel like Ja Rule just got like way more hit records. But definitely like it was like you said, it was great for hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I definitely feel the same as far as like I think that the fun thing about them is that you forget about certain songs. So it's like when you hear it, it's like, dang, like I forgot about this. Like this was a hit. Like, like you don't think about it like you think about the main songs, but sometimes you forget about like like the songs that wasn't on the radio or like
Right.
the ones on the album that you probably ain't heard in years. Like, and I feel like
Hmm.
that's the great thing about the versus battle is you get to reminisce on it basically. It's
For
like
sure.
nostalgia for me.
Hell yeah. That's right. Y'all see the Big Daddy Kane and KRS One
I've seen
versus?
like the beginning of it. What you
Mm-hmm.
thought about it?
I really liked it. I enjoyed it. That's honestly one of my favorite verses, only because like the first CD that I ever got was a KRS-One CD. So it
Which
was like,
which one?
you know what? I can't remember which CD it was. I just told you. Didn't I just look it up the other day when I think we was talking about it
Because I know he
briefly.
got
Let me see.
the
Let me see which album it was. But
BD Criminal. He got Criminal Minded, the Blueprint, KRS One. Those the only three that I can name off the top.
well, like all the early Boogie Down production stuff like that. Like I know
Yeah.
my dad used to be knocking that, like that Criminal Minded, that KRS-One, Return to the Boom Bop, like all of that.
Yeah.
Like I was listening to, but I think, oh yeah, by any means necessary,
Okay.
all
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Boogie
Yeah.
Down
Yeah.
production stuff was stuff that like my dad used to bump. So I know
Okay.
that I listened to all that when I was like a little kid. But I had got the I Got Next album, and I
Oh.
like
Okay.
the Life After Death album with Biggie, and I think that was
Okay.
like two of my Christmas gifts that I had unpacked. So yeah, man, like for like people that was born in like my well, I'm kind of the same generation as y'all, but like I'm just a little bit older.
Yeah. You a little bit
Everybody
older.
that was born in like that late '80s era, I mean, that was Big Daddy Kane and that was KRS-One's era. You
Mm-hmm.
know, along with
Rakim.
Rakim. You had
What does it say? Cool G Rap.
Cool G Rap, all them amazing hip hop
Yeah,
artists.
like yeah.
Shit.
When did Dougie Fresh and like Slick Rick and them came? They was around that time or they was a little bit earlier.
They were just a little bit slight earlier, but like I said, I
Okay.
think Kane was really like, well,
88.
KRS-One really came before Kane. If you look
Okay.
at the verses, he was like, man, basically like he was saying like, y'all helped me move into apartment. What I mean, I was living in
Mm,
my mom's crib, and then like y'all helped me move out, and what I mean, KRS was one of the people that helped him move into apartment and all that. So KRS already had his footing in the game, and then I think that's when Big Daddy Kane was just starting to get his start.
yeah.
But Big Daddy Kane, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, that dude is smooth, man. He is just smooth, smooth, smooth.
Yeah.
Man. I
He
mean,
he he's the smooth operator.
That
You know what
dude
I'm
is smooth.
saying?
He can
And
take
but
that.
he raw too though.
Yeah.
And people don't understand. A lot of people probably don't know. Big Daddy Kane really kind of helped put Jay Z on. A
Right.
lot of people don't really know that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because when Big Daddy Kane was like at the pinnacle of his career, which was around like 88, 89, 90, he would bring Jay Z out to like do some rhymes and stuff like on his tours. A lot of people really don't know that. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So Big Daddy Kane is really just it's kind of like a forgotten legend, you know what I'm saying, that people really don't like. People know, but like not I feel like he really don't get the credit as much as he should, you know what I'm saying? But he's like one of my top 5 like favorite
Right.
MCs, you know what I'm saying? Like along with like Biggie and Nas and Hove, but yeah, Kane, that's my guy, you know what I'm saying? It was a great show for real. I feel
Yeah.
like KRS-One really brought the energy. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like he brought the energy, but like yeah, Big Daddy King, he still just he did his thing. It was another win for hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Another win.
I think it's been amazing this year though, having all of the verses and
Yeah,
just having people back to venues and stuff like that. You
for
can
sure.
definitely feel that energy.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't really like the aspect of like who's better or you know what I'm saying or you know what I
Right.
mean because it's like every day if you're I feel like if you're even on the verses that mean you had to have some sort of success in your career. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So, regardless if it was like the longevity point, it really don't matter. You know what I mean? You had a run and you're capable of being on there or to compete with somebody. So it was pretty cool, man. I think it probably would have been better to see Big Daddy Kane versus Rakim. You know what I'm saying? That might have been a little bit more that might have made probably would have made a little bit more sense, but I don't know, it's
Hmm.
hard.
I think
I
What's
people
think
some
forget
it
that earlier. Go ahead,
huh?
T. Go ahead,
No,
T.
I
My
was
bad.
gonna say I think maybe they did it the way that they did for the DJ sick too, cause like the DJs was in the back scratching. I forgot which DJ, but like one of them used like a
Was it
shoe, like they was like battling doing like the scratching joint. Like one of them tried to use like a Nike one. He was like, I got something for you. Like it
I
was
think
so
it
fun.
was Kid Capri and DJ Scratch.
I think it
Yeah,
was
those are
DJ
the two
Scratch. It was DJ.
DJs.
I think it was DJ
Yeah.
Scratch that tried to use this shoe.
Yeah, he was killing it, man. They
Yeah,
was
it
Yeah.
they
was.
was yeah, they was coming correct.
I think they
And
got an
DJ
important
Scratch,
too.
DJ Scratch really wasn't Big Daddy Kane's DJ. Actually, Big Daddy's King DJ was Mr. C for
Mr.
the
C, right?
most of his career. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
They
DJ
had their
Scratch was kind of like filling in,
Mm-hmm.
but Kid Capri, everybody knows Kid Capri. Actually um, that was actually KRS-One's DJ. And I mean, arguably, you could put any of three of those DJs in one of some of the greatest of all time. But I
Right.
mean, my favorite personally is Kid Capri.
Mm-hmm. I think he said that he was like working on the album too. Like I think he rap now too and all that.
Who,
okay.
Kid Capri?
Yep. Yeah, I think I saw the interview with him on this the Sway's Universe.
Hmm.
Yeah, and he was like talking about like the whole recap of like the verses and all that, but it was great for hip hop, you know what I'm saying? I won't I'm not even sure like another like verses that I would like to see. Y'all got any in mind?
Nah, I don't know. They all been good recently. Like I don't got none in mind. I just like them. I don't be thinking about like who should go against each other. I'm like
Yeah,
you. Like I think it's all about like the support and the fun and the art of
right.
music rather than putting two people in competition.
Big facts. Yeah, it's good to, like I said, have that energy back though from the people, man. I mean, we
Right.
talking about the Barclays Center, you talking about Madison Square Garden,
I was about to go.
some of the venues that they've had it at. It
Yeah.
just definitely is like the mecca of like entertainment
I
and
was
getting.
really about to go to the Big Daddy Kane and KRS one. I
Why you
was
ain't
about to
go?
go because the vaccine joint. That's
Oh,
yeah. I'm telling you, I saw the flyer. I'm like, hold up. I'm like, this tonight? Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One. It was like 11:30. I'm like, yo, I got I got plenty of time to get to New York. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I got a feeling. I don't know. I doubt it if like they would have been on that vaccine stuff, but I just didn't want to take the chance.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel
And
you.
it was so like it was like short notice. You know what I mean? But I would have loved to like be just in the building. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been to the Barclays before. The energy was just mad different. But like I said, it was amazing for hip hop.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I think we want to get into the next topic, y'all. I'm gonna throw one in there that I put together, and we're gonna talk about toxic
Mhm.
culture. This is that a lot of people in our generation kind of, I don't know, I could say they probably give it more attention than they probably should, but like we just live in this meme generation where
We glorify it.
we kind of glorify the toxic culture, man. So y'all want to tap in on this conversation?
Mm.
What do you? Well, a better
I
question
don't
is,
think
how
about.
do you feel? How do you feel we should address toxic culture? Like, should we just like let it fade, or should we give it the attention that we give it? What do y'all feel?
I think we should let it fade, but it's like I don't
Hmm.
know if it can fade because I feel like social media have an influence on it. Like as long as it's promoted, as long as people gonna be like, okay, like that's the okay thing, and it's not. I think that it's like I said, I think that it's glorified, and I think that it's glorified too much because like in reality, being toxic isn't okay. Like that's not something you should be proud of. Like you
Right.
should be trying to figure out like how can I fix if I do have toxic ways because we all do, or we
Right.
all had toxic ways if you don't
Right.
have toxic ways. But it's like, should we be celebrating it or should we be trying to figure out like how can we go about fixing that, like correcting that behavior because being toxic isn't good. Hence,
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And the reason why I bring it up is I feel like it's just so much that you go on the internet, man. There's like constant memes, man, and like it seems like the only thing on your feed is the memes and like the negative, like energy. So it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to evade it, but like we're like, what can we do about this? Because like if you look at your feed, you might see a whole bunch of memes, or you might just see a whole bunch of like stuff that's negative, and it's hard to evade it.
I don't know, man. I feel like just social media, you just got to use it as a tool, man, and get on there, do what you need to do, and get off. I mean, some people like, I feel like, I mean, but it could be both. Like, it could just be like personal, or it could just be like for business related. It's all about how you really approach it, and how much time you're utilizing with social media. But just for me, I mean, I feel like, when like I said, like probably previously in like the other episodes, I get inspired by, seeing people do well and seeing people excel and seeing people do good. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not really one of the ones who, I'm not really that kind of individual that will see something and be like, why is that not happening for me or anything like that? Like I'm genuinely happy to see people doing good. So I just feel like it's all about your mindset. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the main thing about social media that's toxic is just really the disconnect between like family, really like real family and friends. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of like the main thing that's like, because it's like some people will just write something on social media but not actually like text you or call you about something. You know what I'm saying? So that's really like the disconnect. You know what I'm saying? Like people won't even care. Nah, you go, cuz people won't even like care about like, I don't know. It just, that's kind of like the only thing I would say, just the disconnect between like family and friends. But I look at social media as like, man, it's a game. Like I'm thankful for social media because without it, it would be extremely difficult for us to get our it's all good, man. I ain't worried about that, but it'd be extremely difficult for us to like get our businesses out there, and you know what I mean, everything that we're trying to do, it'd be hard to really, it'd be difficult without social media. So, you know, it's a gift and a curse, but it's all really, I think it just really comes down to the mindset.
Yeah. Um, I was gonna say too, like I feel like part of like toxic culture has to deal with like you said, like social media or like what you see on a day-to-day basis. But I think a part of it too that has a big influence of like why people think being toxic is okay is I think that a lot of it is passed down. um like you may see toxic things and you think that that's okay because that's all you know, but you have to figure out like you said, you have to figure out as an individual like what's good for you, like what's too toxic, what's what can be worked on. Like I don't know, I just feel like I would say like a good example kind of is like yesterday I seen this post on Facebook, and it was like what did it say? It was like I don't know, something about something being praised, like generational curses being praised, and it was like me, it stops here. I feel like I don't know, I feel like that kind of ties into like toxic culture because I think that people take something negative or that's something bad and be like, this is okay, like it's fine because like my family do it or this person does it. And it's really not okay if you know it's bad. If you know it's toxic, it's something that you shouldn't tell yourself like that's okay, basically.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know. I
but
feel like
it's
everybody has the power to avoid being toxic or stop being toxic if you know you're doing something toxic.
hmm well, I think a lot of the social media platforms was getting in trouble because they were taking a lot of like drama and negativity, especially within the last 2 years during COVID, and they was putting that primarily on the feeds for people to see. So like the engagement of people, taking in social media, majority of people were getting information and disseminating information on society that would clash heads because that's what they would see on their feeds, opposed to seeing positive stuff on their feeds to kind of like set the mood a different way. So it's like hard to live in a society where you know that they live off of negativity and live off things that cause us to have a back and forth, either comment in the comment section or a negative feeling, for each other's political views, religious views, or whatever may have you. So it's just kind of interesting on understanding the dichotomy of how social media works and what you have to instill in your children or your family members to teach them to say, hey, this is social media. This is
Yeah.
like generated for, entertainment value and
Right.
for the purpose of, consuming stuff just to look at it narrowly, not look at it majority. You know what I mean? So
Right.
Right.
anytime I see social media, I just look at it narrowly because I know that it is entertainment and it is, a device. It's robotic. It's definitely
Right.
computer generated. So it's just important for us to have a healthy balance and allow ourselves to understand that there is the real world outside of social media, and we need to be able to decipher it too.
Oh yes, absolutely, man. That's why, you know, you got to just monitor everything. You got to, everything's about balance at the end of the day. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Just balancing how much time you spending on social media, balancing, you know, did I do what I need to do in my household? You know what I'm saying? Like, did I do what I need to do for myself? Just especially for me and you, cause that, you know, we got kids. You know what I'm saying? Monitoring how much time they're on the TV, or monitoring how much time they're on the tablet or the phone and whatnot. So just being mindful of everything, but just understanding that the real world is the real world. Like, you know,
Hmm
watching, you know, watching a monitor or something for, you know, hours and hours and hours is really unhealthy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because, you know, it feels like then you get to the point where you can't live without your damn phone. You know,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And it's hard as hell to put that goddamn phone down, especially for somebody like, you know, what, every anybody who's trying to who uses it to their advantage, like business
Hmm.
purposes, creative purposes, and stuff like that. So it is extremely difficult, but it's a balance, and it's like I said, it's just about your mindset, just about
Most
the
definitely.
mindset, because it's very informative. So it is very helpful. You can learn a lot. You can get motivated a lot. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely stay inspired. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it can go the other way for certain people. So just got to make sure that your mental is very strong and just positive.
Yeah, it's definitely a flip side to everything.
Right. Absolutely. For real. But it's good that I feel like anybody listening to our show or watching on YouTube, I feel like it's good for people just to always continuously just hear stuff like this, and because a lot of people going through similar stuff, but they might just need to hear it, or just it need to be talked about. So
Hmm.
that's what we're here for.
Most definitely. All right, y'all, we're going to spend this time right now to introduce one of our ads.
Episode is brought to you by PeerSpace. PeerSpace is a peer-to-peer marketplace for booking space for events, meetings, and productions. Launched in February of 2014, PeerSpace is a privately owned company operating in the San Francisco Bay Area, Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, Austin, Seattle, and Washington, D.C.
Shout out
Yo.
to Space. All right, y'all, we're going to kick our discussion into the next topic. I know T, you thought this was an interesting one this week, so I'm gonna let
Yeah.
you kick it off and let me know how you feel about this specific topic.
Yes.
That's
So, for our viewers that may not have heard about the shooting, let me just give like a brief overview based on what I saw and what I researched. So basically, there was a film being made. It's called Rust. It's like a Western style movie, and it was being filmed in New Mexico. So on the set of the show, there was a cinema foot. I can't say the word.
cinematographer.
Cinematographer. Yes, tongue twister. And there was I want to say that I think it was the director, and they were on the set, and then Alec Baldwin was on the set. So the cinematographer, her name is I don't want to say it wrong, Helena Hutchins. They were just referring to her as Hutchins on a lot of the things that like the news channels that I watch. But yeah, Hutchins, who is the cinematographer, she was shot by Alec Baldwin, and so was the director. Now, sad because he passed away.
Dang. Yeah, dang
So,
man.
you
God bless
know,
him.
I think
Wow.
that it's very traumatizing for both, the people that were on the set, the families, and it was traumatizing for Alec as well because, it's being classified as an accidental shooting. And, when people are, I don't know too much about the film industry and what goes on the set behind movies, but I know that the actors and actresses aren't responsible for the props, like, so they're not supposed, like, they don't check to see if a gun is like fully loaded, or they just do whatever's in the script. So it's whoever set up the props, it's their fault. I mean, it still was an accident. I don't know the details about like what spun off and how this accident happened, but I think that it's a sad situation. And for me, I think what I was so intrigued about it was because one, I was trying to figure out like, who takes the blame for this? Because I feel like, in every situation, someone has to take blame, you know?
Right.
And two, like, what would I do if I was in a situation like if, I mean, obviously I don't date women, but if I was say like the lady that, Hutchins, who passed away, say, what if that was my husband and I was on the other end and I found out that, my husband got shot, like, do I embrace uh Baldwin? Like, do I be like, it's okay, it's accidents happen? Like, do I hold this as a grudge? I
Hell
don't know
no.
how I would feel. Like, I would be like,
Yeah,
son, like
that's crazy.
you killed my husband. Like, I don't know if I could have forgiveness. Like, I mean, I could have forgiveness because I'm a forgiving person, but I don't know if I could just like hug you and embrace you and when my wife just got, in that situation, like my wife just got shot dead. Like I don't know. Like what's y'all thought? Oh wait, hold on. Let me add one more thing before I ask y'all thoughts. So that wasn't the first time the gun went off either. Like the gun had went off earlier on the set, and a couple of the actresses and stuff, they had like a protest and they walked off. So
That's crazy.
I don't know.
I just saw it says on NBC News that Alex Baldwin, his assistant director, had a history of unsafe practices.
Wow.
Says the prop maker says,
Hmm.
but it says it's alleged. But that's crazy, man. That's one hell of a like situation.
So I'm
I
saying, like,
don't
do he
know.
get fired? Like, like, I don't know. How would y'all feel if y'all was in that position, and like, what do y'all think should be like corrective action?
Man, it's just a devastating situation in my opinion. I was doing a little bit of research earlier, and I think these kind of incidents have happened in the past.
Mhm.
If anybody knows of Bruce Lee, the world-renowned martial artist and film superstar, he had a son named Brandon, and he was in these series movie called The Crow, and I believe Brandon died when some type of firearm malfunction happened during the set of the movie, and that was devastating at the time because he was just in a such a pivotal part of his young and early career that people just started to see the resemblance between him and his father. And not to just get off topic, but I mean, this is not the first time something like this has happened. So it's just kind of scary to know that something like this can happen during the production of a movie. If the safety precautions aren't fully adhered to, and I just feel like somebody, dropped the ball. If you said, they had an incident where something happened before all of this happened, and the gun had went off or whatever, or it malfunctioned, they should have just been using extra precautions
Right.
that it wouldn't happen the second time. So I just feel like me personally, me being an actor, if I was in Alec Baldwin's shoes, I would have been a little bit more on the high end to try to figure out, okay, if I pull this trigger, is something going to happen this time? Because it's like
Right.
I would be kind of like frightful at that point. You know what I mean? Like these things aren't supposed to happen during a production. So a lot of people wanted Alec Baldwin in jail, believe it or not, from the comments and the
Yeah,
backlash
I've
of
seen that.
everything. But
I don't think
he
so.
actually looked
Accidents
remorseful.
happen.
He looked remorseful. He did look remorseful during the pictures that were like shot on site. So I'm
Hmm.
not sure how to really blame him on the situation. I just feel like a lot of mishaps must have had taken place for an incident like this to happen. In my opinion.
Yeah. I definitely think they need more protocols in place so that like these kind of things can be avoided because accidents do happen. Like I'm sure, like you said, this isn't the first time something like this happened. But I think in a situation like where they already had something similar happen, even though the first time it didn't hit anybody, like if you have a situation like that where you're filming something and a prop, like in this case the gun went off, like you would think that they would take the necessary precautions to make sure that, okay, well, if a gun went off earlier, let's double check
Right.
before shooting this scene to make sure that this gun doesn't have any bullets in there.
Exactly. It's an unfortunate situation, man. I pray for the families affected by it.
Yeah,
Just
first.
very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That man, shit. I don't know, man. Shit, when we work on our first film and we start working on props, gonna have to triple check. Like, yo, you ain't got no motherfucking bullets in that gun, right?
For real.
It's
And I,
crazy,
and I
man.
also I
That's
think it was just a
crazy.
piece of I think it was just a piece of like like piece of shrapnel or some type of piece inside the gun mechanism because it was an actual like a dummy gun. But I think whatever piece that was lodged inside the gun is what caused the lady who lost her life to lose her life. So I just think that uh, anything as far as like props, that should be well taken care of. I think they call the individual who does that a prop master. So the prop master definitely shouldn't have a job again anywhere or
Yeah.
dealing with food.
Especially if what you said is true, like if this is something that like, that person had a history of, like, yeah,
Mhm.
that should definitely be grounds for termination. But that's
Right.
just my opinion. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, God bless to families. You know what I'm saying? It's, it's a sad situation because just thinking about if something like that happened to you, man. Hopefully they're took. Hopefully they get taken care of for the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be some type of insurance in play to, keep the
Yeah,
family um,
that's crazy.
invested in that situation. But man, this it's a sad story. It's a sad, sad story. Um, all right, y'all, we're gonna break up a little bit of the monotony of the show and kick off and get into sports talk. It's been real rough for my Philadelphia Eagles lately. They haven't been looking
I might
good.
take this green off.
They dropped another one today. They go to
Nah,
two and
cuz.
five. A lot of questions have to be, put in play for the Eagles, man. But I just see a young team, man. A lot of people are saying that we got a lot of excuses, but I just see a young team out there, man. I see a team that's not really known of a lot of the scenarios in which a veteran team can adjust to. This team has just been out coached.
Not
They've
yet.
been out, they've been outplayed by their opponents, and it just shows, man.
What's the record?
205.
Damn. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah. He's stupid too. Yeah,
On the
seems like a
on
rough
another
season.
end, you got the 6-1 Packers now, the 7-0 Cardinals. Raiders beating the Eagles have moved to 5-2. So you got some, and the Rams are 6-1. So you got some good teams out there, some really competitive football teams out there. But something that we wanted to discuss is the 75th anniversary team. The NBA announced actually 76 players who they feel that are the greatest NBA players of all
76.
times.
It's
Yeah,
76.
they added one. They added one player.
How the hell
So
they gonna add? It's supposed to be NBA 75. How they gonna add a player? They added a player.
they added a player. So
Who?
there was an actual last player who was picked. I'm not sure who the last pick player was. Let me see. Let me pull up the list real quick. Um, but yeah, man. On a further note, some people left off the list were the likes of the White Howard.
Yeah.
We had Clay Thompson left off the list. Kyrie Irving was left off the list.
Damn.
Number 76 was James Worthy, I believe.
Yeah, but James Worthy should be on there
Yeah, he was.
because he was on the original 50, I believe, right?
Yeah, he was on the original
Yeah.
list. But
So you know what? When
there's
they
no real. There's real. To
no
me, there's
order.
no real order. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody kind of knows who the top who the everybody should know who the top 10 players of all time are, but
Right.
No, I don't.
yo, huh?
Well,
He
I
said
don't.
you don't.
Oh, you want to enlighten us?
Um, Probably definitely MJ. I guess like Kareem, Bill Russell, Kobe, LeBron, Shaq. How many is that? 6 or 7? Magic, Bird. I don't even know how many I just said, but
Yeah.
That's okay. It's
Tim,
good enough. That's good enough.
Tim
Cause
Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon. I think they gotta be up there. They gotta be like in like the
Hmm.
yeah, they gotta be up there. But you know what? When they first announced the NBA 75, I thought that they were just gonna add 25 more players to the list.
Right.
That's what I thought. I think like that would have made more
More
sense.
sense.
Yeah,
Right.
that would have made more sense because okay, y'all already have the 50 greatest players of all time, so
Hmm.
just add 25 more to the list.
Right.
Don't like take people off or do the X, Y, and Z because I feel like those other 50 paved the way. So just add Kobe, just add LeBron, just add Iverson, just add D Wade. You know what I'm saying? I thought Vince Carter should have been on the list. Tracy McGrady should have been on the list. Clay Thompson definitely should have been on the list because he got
I like Clay.
he got championships. He got 3 rings. You know what I'm saying? He got he won the 3-point contest. You know what I'm saying? He's like the second best player on the championship team.
Right.
So it's like, if Steph is in there, I feel like he should have. I mean, he probably shouldn't be as high, but definitely like somewhere in the 70s, at least on the list.
Right.
But I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. All I
Yeah.
know, my boy AI was on there, so I'm cool. I don't give a damn who's off or on. As long as Allen Iverson's on the list, I really don't care. For real, I'm cool.
Yeah. I
If
mean,
AI ain't on the list, I ain't even. The list ain't. It ain't.
it don't matter. It's not
Yeah,
valid.
it ain't valid. Yeah, I'm not even interested.
Yeah. Some of the older players that were on the list and don't quite have the NBA stats, a lot of people could say that, you know, it's hard to compare the new generation to some of the older generation because they weren't equipped with as many either sports science as the newer players have. They didn't have the weights, they didn't have the
Yeah, but
nutrition, they didn't have a lot of the stuff that the newer players have. But a
you
lot of
they
the old people, a lot of the old people will tell you that if some of these older dudes had played in this generation, some of them would have held their own. You know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, you can't really compare the era. You just got to go off like what they did in their career. Like Dwight
Mhm.
Howard should be on the list because I think they say he won the Defensive Player of the Year award 3 times, and he took his team to the NBA Finals and beat LeBron on his way.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like he should have been on that list. You know what I mean? Like I don't even think Kyrie probably shouldn't have been on there. I mean Kyrie's not on there, but he probably. I mean, like outside of LeBron, when LeBron came
Yeah.
to Cleveland, he didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't really leading his team to the playoffs like that. He's still a great
Mhm.
player. He probably got like the best handle in NBA history. He hit that big shot, which was amazing. You know what I'm saying? But like I don't really think he has enough stats or like
Right.
he's done enough to be on the 75. But still a
That's
great player
agreed.
nonetheless. You know what I mean?
That's agreed. I think when a lot of the players ask why he wasn't on the list, they just see him as a skilled player.
Yeah.
So they were wondering why he was left off because he's so skilled, he's so
Right.
good. But
Hmm.
like you said, if you think about the Vince Carters, the Tracy McGrady's, some of the people that probably were left off the list,
Right.
you can their argument is good as Kyrie. So I think
Hmm.
that's why you leave somebody like a Kyrie off the list
Right. Hold up.
because
Go ahead. Keep going.
if you look at like you said, you look at their careers, you could say they're arguably right there at that cusp of making the list if there's a sake for argument.
Yeah, especially like somebody like Vince Carter, you know what I'm saying, who played in the NBA for like 21 years and you know what I'm saying, people argue that he's like one of the greatest NBA dunkers, if not the greatest NBA dunker of all time. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like he has a legit argument. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like he was like in Toronto, he was that guy.
right.
Like, you know what I mean? Y'all must have forgot.
Hmm.
For real, like Tracy McGrady, him and Kobe, like he won the scoring titles a couple years when AI and Kobe was in their prime. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like he was the guy that was getting them scoring titles. So it's like, you know, I don't know, man. It's it is what it is, man. Everybody can make it.
Hmm. Yeah, it's just one of them things where everybody can't make it. But I feel like
Yeah.
it was definitely interesting for them to put that out in the anniversary year that it is, being the 75th year of the NBA. So I'm looking forward to this NBA season, man. The Lakers didn't start off too cool. They started off with 0-2 to start the season. They
Yeah,
lost two games to start the season.
yeah. Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis got into it. You saw that?
Yeah, I did see that.
That was crazy. Yeah.
But it's just the
But
competitive nature. I think that
yeah,
that's kind of,
stuff like that happens all the time.
yeah, that's is a part of being part of the team, man. You know, you're
Yeah,
gonna
of
bump
course, man.
heads, especially when you want to win, man.
Right.
A lot of people
Because
don't know, man.
they was really getting their asses kicked to Phoenix.
Yeah,
Yeah, they was kicking their ass, but stuff like that happens, man. Shit, I saw an AI fight Dennis Rodman in the game. Like, man, you know what I mean? Shit happens for real. It's just
hmm,
everybody just you want to win.
yeah,
You know what I mean? No
it's
matter what,
competitive.
you want to win. Yeah, it's competitive. So all that is just a part of the game. But
Exactly.
the Warriors look good, man.
The
Yeah, the
Warriors look
Warriors look
good. When they
good. They
get
look
Klay
really
Thompson
good.
back, man, they're gonna be a problem, man,
You saw
because
the Knicks look good too.
the Knicks look good. The Knicks
Yeah, they
finally
look
look good. They
good.
started to look good last year. You know, they made the playoffs
Yeah.
last year. But I think that the expectations for the Knicks is going to be that much higher, knowing that they got pieces now. They got a depth. You know, they got the bench, so they definitely want to put together something in New York, man. And it's always exciting when you get the Garden rocking.
Hmm.
When you see the Garden rocking, man, you see
Yeah,
Spike Lee
hell
talking
yeah. Spike
trash.
Lee, yeah.
You know it's on, man. It hasn't been like that in a long time, so it's kind of cool to see the Knicks finally, you
Right,
know,
because
good at
I don't really see them like they don't really have a superstar on their team. I think Randall is a really excellent player. I think he's still excelling though. I think he's
Mm-hmm.
still I don't think he's at his like peak, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
he's balling up, man. He's looking like an all-star player, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But they definitely got the talent and you could tell like when they played the Celtics in that the double overtime game, you could tell that they had the camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? That they got the chemistry. They trust each other just by like the way that they're moving the ball and all that. Like they gonna be all right. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
New York. The fans, their fans crazy. They like Philly fans, man. They crazy.
Yes, sir.
Is
Uh,
Ben Simmons? He's still suspended.
yeah, I think he takes some time off now. I mean, I know he had the first game suspension, but I
Yeah.
think that more or less everything now is just getting him in the right state of mind.
If
Um,
you
I don't.
if you was him, what's how would you feel about just the whole situation if you was Ben Simmons?
I mean, it's kind of hard to say, man, because he's playing in Philly. We all know that it takes a certain person to play in Philly, man. Everybody can't play in Philly because
Yeah,
the
you gotta be
expectations are
built.
high. The
Hmm.
expectations are always high, man. You could lose like 2 or 3 games in Philly, and then you get traded. You know what I mean? Just the expectations is high. So for him to, he's got to want it. He's got to dig deep. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he will get traded or not. It looks like he probably end up getting traded. But if he doesn't get traded, he has to give it his all. He has to show the fans that he wants to win. He has to show the fans that he can pull up from 17 feet. We just want a 17-foot shot, bro. We don't want a 3-pointer. We don't have to pull up from half court. You just need a
Right. You
good
don't have to
15,
you don't have
good
to be
15
Steph
foot.
Curry.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
17,
50,
17, 15 to 17-foot jumper, and we good.
and
Give us a little bit more than what you can, give just going to the rim because that's old after a while. I
and
mean,
you know what's crazy? He's a great player. Like Ben Simmons really is a great player. Like he has all the talent. And
mm-hmm,
like if you like I saw like a couple of videos of him just like working out in the gym, just balling. I'm like, yo, he can shoot the three. Like his form looks good. You know what I'm saying? Like he can shoot the mid range. It's just like, bro, you getting paid hundreds, like almost $200 million to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? But I would pay somebody a couple of 100,000 to be like, yo, help me out on my jump shot? Like, how can I improve it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the resources, you got the money to get better, and bro, you in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really
Yeah.
think he understand. Like, bro, you in the shadows of like Dr. J, Charles Barkley, Allen Iverson. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
some iconic players. You know what I mean? And you supposed to be carrying that torch with
Right.
with Embiid. You know what I'm saying? So there's a legacy there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there's a respect factor there. So it's like, people see you, taking. I think what Doc Rivers said was it was tough, but he was being honest. You know what I'm saying? When they
Yeah.
asked him the question, like, can you championship? He said, I don't know, because you don't know. You know,
Right.
he really couldn't answer the question. I mean, I guess the right question would the right answer would, I guess for him to just be positive about it and say yes no matter what. But he was just being honest at that point. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
he probably just blew it up out of proportion. Says Diggs.
Sorry, somebody said, "What's up?"
Y'all know who that is. What's up, Diggs? Y'all know who that is?
It was good, Diggs.
I
Shout
don't know, but what's up?
What's
out to
up? I
Diggs.
hope that ain't no.
It's
I hope that ain't no
like sport.
cow. I hope that ain't no Cowboys. I hope that ain't no
That's
Cowboys
Buffalo.
jersey.
That's Buffalo
Oh, all
Bills. That's
right, we
Buffalo
cool.
Bills.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We bleed.
Anyways,
We bleed green. We bleed green around here, for real. I can't stand Cowboys fans, man. I don't even care if the Eagles lose, long as the Cowboys don't win. For real, you don't know.
and this year it's been like that, man.
Yeah,
Cowboys
it's
been
all
winning
good,
just about
man.
every game, and the
It's
Eagles
all
been
good.
losing just about
It's
every game.
been
So
Yeah, it's been a while for them, so it is what it
yeah,
is. You know what I'm
it
saying?
is what it
Philly,
is.
yeah, we're gonna be back, but yeah, back to Ben Simmons. It's crazy, man. Like you gotta have heart, bro, to play in Philly. Like you're
Mhm.
gonna get hit with adversity, but just work on your game, man. You got the money, you got the resources. Philly fans is the best in the world. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta put the work in, because
Yeah,
they got
get
the
it.
talent. They got the talent to get to the fight, to like at least get to the NBA finals. You know what I'm saying? They
Hmm.
got the talent to get there. So it's like I feel like the past couple of years they just been like right there, like knocking
Hmm.
on the door, and like people, and also like Philly, the Sixers been horrible for like the longest.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like they're itching for that championship. Like we need it. You know what I mean? I cried in
Hmm.
2001 when we lost to Kobe and Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Like we
Right.
need that championship in Philly. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Jersey guy. You know what I mean? We don't even have a team. So like, the Sixers been my team forever, but we
Right.
need that championship, man. We need it.
Yeah, we need that. We just need it for the morale. Man. Damn.
Huh?
One parent talk about one parent talk about 83 going down into the parade in 83. And I'm like, damn, like when we gonna get our opportunity? We go
Right.
celebrate the Sixers parade. So I mean, the crazy thing is, you're right, man. They do have the pieces. They do
You
have
got
the
it. You got the
components to
talent.
win the championship. They do have the talent, but he's just putting it together, man. They
Putting
gotta
it
want it
together,
within.
man. And not
Yeah, they
getting
got.
frustrated. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not getting frustrated. Like, Simmons and B, Curry coming off the bench, Tobias Harris, they gave him 100 million. You know what I mean? Like, bro, y'all got the talent. You know what I'm saying? I personally feel like they should have never traded.
But
I mean, not traded. I think they
not
let him go at
not
free
signing
agency.
him. Not signing
Yeah,
him
they
back.
should have never let
Jimmy
Jimmy.
Butler.
Yeah, they should never let Jimmy go ever.
Yeah, never let Jimmy Butler go. Because Tobias
Yeah.
Harris, man, don't get me wrong, he's a decent player, but he ain't Jimmy Butler. He don't got he don't got that killer instinct. You know what I mean? We need
Yeah,
somebody in
that's
Philly with
funny.
that killer instinct. You got to have that killer instinct, man, to
Yeah,
want to like take over a game at the end. You know what I mean? I think that's why the fans kind of had outcry with Ben Simmons, because if you look at the game 7 when they played Atlanta and last year's playoffs, he had the opportunity to either dunk the rock himself, or what I mean, like get aggressive at the rim, and he passed the ball, and that's probably going to be one of the defining things of his career in Philly. But what I mean, you're gonna have other opportunities if you end up being on this team. He just has to, like I said, bring it within, get that killer instinct in him. Because I think they got all the talent in the world. He
He
just
got the
gotta
talent, man.
just
You
gotta
could
show
tell.
what he wants to
You could tell it's more mental. It gotta
learn.
be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It gotta be, bro. Like you, and he like signed to Rich Paul, LeBron James, and them. Got you know what I mean? He got the talent, bro. You got all the resources,
Right.
all of it, everybody at your disposal. You know what I'm saying? Just
Hmm.
put the work in, man. You know what I'm
He
Yeah.
saying?
said he said that though. Like I seen something where he said that he's not mentally ready to come back.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
could tell in the playoffs when man, it's what was it game? Was that game 7?
That was game 7.
Man, you gotta dunk. Like what, bro? Like I'm not passing the ball. I'm like Kobe. Like
No.
listen, I'm swinging. I'm going out swinging. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like that should have been his mentality. So you can't get mad if people come look at you like sideways. Like bro, you had an open shot, but you passed the ball. This game 7.
Right.
You know what I'm
Just get
saying? Like
it
this
out.
game 7. Like bro, you getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars, my nigga. Slam
Mhm.
dunk that shit. Like break the rim. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
this. That's how I'm coming. Like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm dunking on somebody. I'm about to break the rim. I'm about to, you know what I mean? I'm going out swinging, but
Right.
you know, you know what I mean. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. Everything work out for him and he could get back on the court because
Yeah. Get out of his
still
head.
want to, yeah,
Get
still
out of
want to
your
show
head,
him.
Vincent.
Can't stay there too long.
Yeah, man. Hopefully he can, get himself together. So because he losing money too.
Right.
Shit, they can't lose that because for real, like I'm losing how much money? Shit, I'm getting my ass back on the court for real. Because you know what I mean. Once situations affect your pocket, then it's like okay, now I gotta get my shit together. Because people got families, man. You gotta do what you gotta do, bro. Shit, that's your money. You better go get that money.
Yeah. Go get your bag.
Yeah, go get that bag, man. Stop playing around.
All right, y'all. We're gonna kick into the last topic of the evening, and that's the quote of the week by my man Juan Samir.
Dun, 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 dun.
Got one?
Yeah, I got one. Yeah, I got one. If you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you'll never get it done. Make at least one definite move daily towards your goal.
Facts.
But
So that's it, man. Taking it one day at a time. Not really, not really trying to do like a million things, but just trying to do small things, small goals, small steps. Shit, baby steps. You know what I'm saying? Just to get where you need to be, man. It's all about the longevity.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, man. And whatever you do in life, man, you got to know that there's small steps that's going to take you to get to one point. There's other
Right,
steps that will take you to get to the next point.
right.
You don't always have to get always to the finish line. You got to finish. You know what I mean? So, however long it takes you to get to where you need to go at, man, do what you need to do. Sometimes you got to act a little bit more fast, depending on what you got going on and your opportunities. You got to seize your opportunities. That's what it's about, man. So, seize your
Right.
opportunities, but at the same time, do it at a pace that's comfortable for you. And if it's not in a situation where you can't just do it at a comfort level, act fast, but act smart. You gotta act fast, but act smart, act accordingly,
Right.
because you don't want to make bad decisions trying to think too quick. So just do it at your time, and work towards your goals, man, and your dreams, and before you know it, you'll be where you want to be at. Trust me. But
Facts. Mic drop.
it's been a fourth episode of a cool podcast where we creatively optimize our longevity.
Yes, sir.
Happy to have y'all on. Hope to see y'all next week. I love y'all. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace,
yeah.
peace.